If you drop a pin on a map between Anchorage, Juneau, and Utqagvik, you are not just outlining a territory. You are defining a graveyard. Nice to meet you. Since 1988, more than 16,000 people have vanished into the silence. That is twice the national average. They call it the Alaska Triangle. No bodies, no wreckage, just void. In 1972, the United States government launched the largest search and rescue operation in its history to find one plane. They had the technology, the manpower, and the time. They found nothing. Welcome to Ultra Visum. Ad Ignotum. To understand the power of this place, we must go back to October 16th, 1972. This was not a hiker lost in the woods. This was the House Majority Leader, Hale Boggs. A man who sat on the Warren Commission. A man followed by the eyes of the world. He boarded a Cessna 310 in Anchorage, along with Congressman Nick Begich. The pilot, Don Johns, was not an amateur. He was a legend of the bush. The weather was foggy, but manageable. The flight plan was simple. A direct route to Juneau through the Portage Pass. They checked in via radio, and then static. What followed was not just a search, it was a siege on the wilderness. The U.S. military deployed 40 aircraft, and the Coast Guard scoured the coastline. For 39 days, they gridded 32,000 square miles of terrain. They used the SR-71 Blackbird spy plane to photograph the ice. Conspiracy theories erupted immediately. Was it a political assassination? Was it the mob? But the investigators found something more disturbing than a bomb. They found absolutely nothing. Not a screw. Not a seat cushion. Not a scrap of metal. It is as if the Cessna 310 flew into a fold in reality. The NTSB report concludes with a chilling finality. Negative findings. The pilot had an emergency locator transmitter. It never beeped. This incident established the first rule of the Alaska Triangle. Status does not protect you. Technology does not protect you. When this land decides to take you, it does not give you back. But why does the technology fail? To find the answer, we must look beyond the ice and into the invisible forces that govern our planet. In 1972, the naturalist Ivan T. Sanderson identified 12 vile vortices across the globe. Areas where extreme electromagnetic aberrations naturally occur. The Alaska Triangle sits directly on one of these intersecting energy grids. Search and rescue pilots frequently report bizarre phenomena. Compasses spinning wildly, gyroscopes failing, altimeters displaying impossible numbers. It is a localized magnetic distortion. An environment that actively blinds modern navigation, plunging travelers into an instant, freezing darkness. Yet, science can only measure what is physical. The indigenous Tlingit people have inhabited this land for thousands of years. They do not need compasses to know the danger. They speak of the Kushtaka, shape-shifting entities born from the souls of those who froze to death. They mimic the cries of a lost child or a dying friend, luring the unwary into the deep woods. Is the Kushtaka a mythological manifestation of hypothermia? The delirium that makes freezing men tear off their own clothes before the end? Or is it something older, guarding a threshold we were never meant to cross? Perhaps the Alaska Triangle is merely a geographic anomaly, a violent rupture in the Earth's magnetic field. Or perhaps it is a doorway that only opens one way. If you wish to uncover more of these truths, subscribe to our archives. Keep your eyes open. I am Magnus Blackwood, and we walk at Ignotum.